here, he'll... Welcome, friend. The ever-wound well... In the past, the wellspring was accessible to everyone. Lector Gnarl sealed the place and started the tradition of the annual harvest and apprentice selection. Oh no.
Totems will continue to gather the harvest and bring the containers here. I always share a few words of advice with the hopefuls that weren't selected before I take the new apprentice under my wing. The ever-wound wellspring, you must be one of the new arrivals I've heard so much about. Everything in the Clockwork City, the soil, the flora, the fauna, it's all composed of gears and pistons and metal. It's like that everywhere. Everywhere, that is, because Sotha Seal set the wellspring in this metallic desert and blessed it with a reservoir of water. An exceedingly rare thing in the Clockwork City. He planned to create an oasis, but moved on to other projects before the task was done. We had water and a pressing need. It didn't take me long to figure out how to make actual living plants grow in this artificial soil. Now, save your questions. Come, everyone. Follow me into the viewing garden. Friends, the wellspring enjoyed a bountiful harvest. Let me show you how we accomplish our miracles. Simulated sunlight allows our trees to produce fruit sweeter than the orchards of WaRdeN. These pipes carry an alchemical solution that nourishes our plants. Totems harvest the plants and pack them in special containers to keep them fresh before we distribute them to Clockwork City. We take clippings from the most robust plants to produce stronger varieties. Someday, we'll be able to grow plants outside these walls. Every season, we share our bounty and select a new apprentice from among the novice apostles. By the way, where did my new apprentice wander off to? My new apprentice, Sherazar. Where did she disappear to? Oh, and have two novices wandering around the oasis unsupervised? Very well. Go find Sherazar and return to me with all due haste. That's a complicated subject, and one better left to the actual apprentices. Suffice it to say that the process involves water treated with alchemical nutrients and other solutions, as well as our simulated science. That would require an even more complicated answer. Suffice it to say that we use lenses, crystals, and a unique power source to create life-giving light similar to Nern's sun. My program provides an opportunity to work outside the Clockwork Basilica, lets them try their hand at something different. Besides, keeping the wellspring going requires a lot of bodies. You'd be surprised at what's required. That's a complicated subject, and one better left to the actual apprentices. Suffice it to say that the process involves water treated with our chemical nutrients and other solutions, as well as our simulated sunlight.
This was supposed to be a special day, but it turned out all wrong. There's something not right with this oasis. Sometimes a gear slips or a cylinder throws a piston. This place reminds me of that. Specifically, I saw my old friend Shirhari down one of the corridors. That's the question, isn't it? And it's the reason I have a bad feeling all of a sudden. Why restrict where an apprentice can go? And why? No, I'd rather speak to Shirhari. I know her. I trust her. Lector Naril? He's still a stranger to me.
Sherazar. Oh, this one purrs at the sight of you.
It's so to see you too, Shirhari.
You shouldn't wander the wellspring unsupervised. It's dangerous. The factotums don't respond well to visitors. They haven't been formulated. A new apprentice? Really? But what does Shirhari know of such things? This one works in the dark and grows fungi. Shirhari doubts there's anything sinister going on. So the seal blessed the wellspring with water and Lector Naril's alchemical solutions. Apprentice? Sherazar is the first new apprentice to enter the wellspring in years. The Lector stopped selecting apprentices. Idrono works with Shirhari. He attempts to grow non-fungal plant life in harsh conditions. Since you're going to speak to him, could you bring along some of my mushrooms? Idrono will be grateful for the fungi samples, even if he seems agitated. He gets... No. Only the Lector can do such things. But perhaps this one has the next best thing. Shirhari will be fine. There is much to do right here, and the factotums are formulated to recognize me.
New apprentice, if you can hear my voice, step to the nearest speaking tube this instant.
A new apprentice? How curious. And are those samples of Shiahari's mushrooms? Interesting question. As far as I know, no new apprentices have entered the wellspring since Garthel's accident. But I have a bigger concern. At least, of course. Lector Gnarl tasked each of us with a different experiment. I'm attempting to grow plants without the benefit of the simulated sunlight. I haven't had any success so far, but someone... Lector Gnarl developed it using techniques he still refuses to share. The simulated sunlight provides nourishing energy that makes most of the plants we grow thrive. Not my plants, mind you. Oh, no, that would ruin the experiment. Oh, Towen's been with Lector Gnarl the longest. She might know something more. You'll need to cross my garden to reach her. Just watch out for the blasted fabricants. They keep eating my plants and clogging... I just don't understand why my plants won't grow while Shihari and Otoan have no trouble making things bloom. It's an absolute annoyance. And so are those... What's to tell? Gathal died. Happened in Lector Gnarl's private workshop. We're not allowed in there anymore. Now let me think. I need to figure out how to make my plants do something. Anything other than wither.
If you can hear my voice, step to the nearest speaking tube this instant. This is Lector Gnarl talking to you through this speaking tube. I had such high hopes for you, Sherazar. Why do you defy me? I see. And does this have to do with the endeavors of the Wellspring? I suppose I can't fault you for your initiative and willingness to get right to work. I just prohibited... that's a harsh word. No, we don't have any restrictions in the Wellspring. But Sherazar will have a better understanding of how things work here once she returns to me and completes her orientation and training. Did he? My workshop isn't restricted. It's just... private. You must see the necessity for a space of my own. No matter. Finish your task.
Interruptions are counterproductive. The 7th law of Gears teaches us that. Well, since you've already distracted me, you might as well tell me what you want. Idrono. His experiment was doomed from the beginning. You can't grow plants without a source of nourishing light. My plants thrive thanks to the use of Lector Gnarl's simulated sunlight. But that was the practice until Gathal died. Then the Lector sealed his private workshop and gave us these experiments to conduct while he perfected his simulated sunlight. It makes our annual harvest possible. If there were other apprentices, I'd know. I suppose Lector Gnarl could have more apprentices toiling in his private workshop. He keeps numerous secrets, so what's a few more? You can enter the workshop through the busted vent. Lector Naril's private workshop is restricted, but...
I'm very disappointed, Sherazar. Shirhari's plaque of safe passage has been rendered inoperable.
Lector Naril's a clockwork apostle. He must keep meticulous notes. We need to...
Feels good to get the blood pumping, right?
The early experiments failed, even though Lector Naril perfected his alchemical solution. I wonder how they solved the problem. That's the story of how the Everwound Wellspring was created. Lector Naril picked up where Sotha Seal left off. I never knew what went into making the wellspring work. I wonder how they finally got the simulated sunlight to nourish the plants. The source of the simulated sunlight is the life force of the missing apprentices? That's horrible. We need to see what's inside Naril's private workshop. That machine! Is that the inductor? The apprentices! It sucked the life out of them! This is the Lector's simulated sunlight inductor. And just as we read in his notes, he's using the life force of the most recent apprentices to power the device. Sotha Seal would never approve of this. Never in a million clicks of the Great Gear. No. If we leave, Lector Naril will just use Shirhari or one of the others. We have to do something. We have to stop this madness. People shouldn't be turned into...
So now you know the secret of the wellspring. You see your role in our grand plan. Time is short. The life force of the previous apprentices is nearly depleted.
The Lector lied. He tricked the apprentices and killed them. But the machine does allow the plants to grow and provides food for the Clockwork City. I wonder, what if someone willingly sacrificed themselves to feed them? Yes, one life a season in exchange for a bountiful harvest. What could be more noble than that?
How horrible! Those apostles, all dead?
Not just dead, drained of life to create the simulated sunlight.
Still, it's an amazing device. Lecter Narus, a true genius.